out all bums. Don't bring that weak shit in here.
4, 3, 2, kick it.
Yo, Chico,
Expose these clowns!
Welcome. Appreciate y'all showing up. D Smalls, Franklin, Lizandra, and Jose. The first ones in the room. You know what time it is. Rep your city. Let me know where you're checking in from. We got a hot topic here. Can't wait to get into it. So, definitely working on some things behind the scenes that hopefully y'all will start to see some of that, some of those results soon. Cross your fingers, all that good stuff. What's good, Lizandra? And Jose, I see you. Waiting for y'all. Actually, I'm sorry, I forgot to start the timer. Hold on, let me get the timer started. You still can hear me, right? Oh, yeah. Representing Warner Robins, ATL in the building. Okay. Got to keep our social distancing from you guys, you know. Don't want to get the EBGBDs. Not the ibbity jibbities. Welcome. Tackleberry's in the building. Appreciate it. You know, I'm trying to keep my social distancing. Jose. They had some interesting comments on the topic today, but right now we just check in. Tell me where you're coming in. Where you checking in from? Tackleberry. Let them know where you're coming in from. Rep your city. Warner Robins is in the building. ATL's in the building. Yeah, let me see if I can get Wisdom in here. Thank you, Lysandra. There he is. What's going on? Jessup Georgia's in the building. Okay. Appreciate you. Deny, young man. What's going on? Thank you for coming through. Little bro in the building. Austell, Georgia. Uh-oh. I see you, Rebecca. Hey, we got a hot topic tonight. You had a strong comment you made on the post. So I need you to back it up and elaborate on that wisdom. Share some of that wisdom tonight. I'll tell you, when I get a producer to do all this stuff in the back, the behind the scenes stuff, then I done came up. All right, now you in Sacramento? Okay, I see you, Dap. Hey, what's good? Slab Town into his house, playing the jams to and from work. I see you. Dudley, welcome. First time live visitor. Knoxville, Tennessee. Okay. Maybe you know Patricia. I think she's in Tennessee. Um, but welcome. Glad to have you. And look forward to your input. Okay, that's it. And I'm going to take this mess down. Ooh. Gotta drink some water for that one. But we're about to get to the nitty gritty. Okay, so you do know her. Gotcha. Cool. Keita, welcome. I'm interested in some of your input. I appreciate you. You know, I say I pull up and people, I meet people and great to be out, and getting people involved because I am not a sideline type of person. I come through. But we're going to get started. We did all the Rep Your City. And it's time to get into the meat and the potatoes. Okay, hold on. I think that's a good background. All right, our topic tonight. Why do women desire the role of a man? What say you? What are your thoughts? Why do you think this is so? Do you agree with it? Do you not agree with it? All that good stuff. Yeah, you trying to save it for later? Where is the male role model in the homes? Rebecca, stop answering questions with a question. That is not the question tonight. If you want that, that'll be a topic for another day, another Wednesday. I can do that. But the topic tonight is, why do women desire the role of a man? Okay? Let's focus. Your focus needs some more focus. You said you felt that you need to get your person, get my check. What you talking about, girl? You said you felt that. Yes, I'll take checks. I'll take checks. Mookie Cheese in the building. Had his mom on there, I believe, doing the live. That's dangerous. You're a brave man, Mookie. He said it's women that enjoy competing with a man. Just don't twist it up. Some set up because they have no choice. At the end of the day, women can't be a man. I agree. Now, I'm not so sure on the part where people want to say, oh, it's because the man wasn't there or they were forced to be a man. I'm not talking about, that's not a desire. That's not, if all of a sudden my house is being attacked, I don't desire to be out there fighting somebody. It's a necessity to survive. I'm talking about, why do women desire, focus, desire to be a man, or the role of a man. Stop trying to take shots. Atlanta's in the house. Keita, I see you. But it applies to this topic as well. No, not really. It's like I said, it's on a portion of it where you're saying women are taking these roles because the absence of the man to be in that role. That's not talking about the desire. That's saying like it's a necessity. It's not being filled, so they're feeling it. That's not the same thing as desire. Oh, and I had the mask on. Appreciate it. You can get this on the website. I'm glad you said that. I keep forgetting. Y'all support your boy. Got the website up. I said I'm doing some adjustments to it. But I appreciate everybody's support. And matter of fact, before I go any further, you know what I do? Also, when you register as a member, we're going to start getting some exclusive content just for members only. Not the members only jacket, but members only. The calendar access, being able to go live, submitting topics, discounts on the merchandise, and exclusive videos where we get one-on-ones and what have you. That is not for people who don't register, basically. But just to give you an FYI on what the members only is going to be entailing in the near future, I got my programmer on that. Let me open this up real quick. And want to give a shout out to my supporters: D. Smalls, Sonny, Walter, Stroud, Parents, Jose, David, Ison, Lizandra, and Shani. What's going on, Darius? Long time no chat. Appreciate you in the room. Tonight we're talking about, why do women desire the role of a man. Mookie is saying some women are forced into the role. Yeah, I'm not talking about the forced situation. I'm talking about desire. There's a guy there, but they still, you know, step up. Oh, step up and not set up. Some step up because they have no choice. Yeah, I'm not talking about the no choice, people that want to have hero cookie for doing something because the guy wasn't there. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the desire. The women that are like, look, I want to be the head of household. The women that are like, I like the benefits of this, so I'm gonna take over. Why do those women desire the role of a man? So where they at? Oh, you talking about Walter? So the male robot is where the real men are, and in the homes of women who don't make habitual bad choices in men. Hold up! Shots fired! Shots fired! Just saying, you earned that one. You know the whole. Hey, there go Patricia. Welcome, welcome. When you have people who love to throw men under the bus for their weak excuses, you get that. You know. Wow. Okay, Lasandra. I wasn't thinking about. I didn't see that coming. But she said, I think that is of being a bisexual woman trying to play a man role. I can't argue that either, though. um, he said, okay, if the guy is there, they may be feeling like he can't lead. Again, do y'all see? If tell me it's not just me, but the 4 or 5 comments they've said have all been shots at dudes. Nothing on the girl. It's all shots at dudes. Well, because he couldn't lead. Um, Here we go. Wisdom. It started with feminism, and just like integration, it was all hoodwink. White women, many lesbians needed the support of black women for their agenda, which was aimed at furthering the lesbian causes, cloaked in equal rights for women. Of course, black women would be down with that and signed right up. Little did they know it was all a ploy to divide women from men, reshape attitudes in the household, and compete with men on all levels, even in the household. What do y'all think about that? Um, I don't see anything I don't see anything wrong with a woman being a breadwinner. Me neither. I have no problem with that, Mookie. Um, Many reasons: false feminism, insecurities, aftermath of habitual poor choices, trying to keep appearances in front of kids, social gassing, absolutely. Crappy teachers and women who are toxic that don't want to fix their personal stuff. The list goes on. Absolutely. Taz, what's going on? Appreciate you coming in. We're talking about why do women desire the role of a man. What do you say? There are households that are controlled by women because the man is weak. The female child sees the relationship and will repeat this story in her relationship. Do you see what is wrong? What is missing in that? I mean, granted, I guess Walter's on one side and the women on the other side on this one. Walter and Wisdom on one side and the women are on the other side. He should not stay in that situation if he can't, if the woman can't trust him to be a man. Okay. Absolutely. There's no trust there. That's a recipe for failure. He said it goes back to yes, a massive mentality. Let me explain. Women has to take the lead in the absence of the man because he was killed or sold off. Many women have passed down. I don't need a man mentality. Once was a necessity to thrive, is now detrimental to the family. Gotcha. And you kind of come in late on that one, Patricia. But a lot of people have been saying, a lot of the women have been saying that, and I'm not talking about when there's a hole to be filled. I'm talking about there's plenty of opportunities, or the man is there and involved or whatever, but the woman desires the role of a man. Why? Not this, they're not there, and Tyler Perry, Steve Harvey type story. I'm talking about the natural desire or the popular desire of women to want to take the role of a man. Kind of like what women could do, what men could do, and then you could do it better or some kind of crap. The God has an order and structure concerning us as men, but respectfully, Let me be clear, this is not speaking about nor towards all women. Some who desire the masculinity role is their need to dominate or to compete against their men in the other cases the spirit of rebellion against a man or and again this does not mean all women. You don't gotta clean that up. You don't have to clean that up. Um we understand that, but I gotta give you props because you actually answered the question. Um Appreciate that, Dudley. Because don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to say, hey, anything negative towards the guy shouldn't be said. But what I'm talking about is focus on the desire. If the men are quote unquote not stepping up, women are not desiring it because of the stepping up. Why does somebody choose this profession over another profession? You know, why does somebody choose a profession that makes a lot of money? Because they want to make a lot of money. Not because there's an absence of job. There's a reason for it. Not something where it's like I said, the accountability part. People love to not give women any kind of accountability, and that mass desire. You said, okay, hold on. Fast forward to the day women use their monetary affluence, their independence to challenge, to compete with, and be defiant to their own men and in their own households. Um, the whole Beyonce attitude to the left. I don't need no man. I got my own money. I got my own this and that. I mean, I have no problem with women having their own money, having get this or that. I have a problem when they say they have their own money and they don't want to spend it. You know, so I have no issue with a woman making money and having her own and doing making intelligent decisions. No argument for me on that. Um, Submission is a dirty word in the modern mentality. The modern woman views that as an insult. True, I agree. Because some women lie to themselves when it comes to men. Some mistake ignorance for strength, or loud, or obnoxious talk as you're brave or confident, or not even confident. Um, yeah, strength. Yeah, strong. She doesn't trust a man to get the job done, so she take charge. Man, that sounds like an excuse, Rebecca. Just saying. A little warm. Man, I read into your question. The operative word is desire. Absolutely, frankly. Desire opposed to necessity. That's what I'm talking about. I'm saying the situation doesn't change until the mentality changes. It's not a popular desire. It's a rigid. Nah, I disagree with that one. And see, that's that thing where it's always want to, perpetually put the woman as a victim. It's not her fault for the choices she makes. It's somebody else's fault. It's slavery's fault. They do have factors. I'm not going to lie. I'm not knocking you, Patricia, on that part. But let's not try to give a scapegoat for why women make bad decisions on that. Not all women, like Dudley said. I'm not talking about all women, but the women that do. This will say, why do women, say y'all can read it. Why do some women desire the role of man? Not all women, but when it's the other way around, and I say, why do men do this, blah blah. I'm not talking about all men either. Um, Sometimes it's ego. Got you. You know, um, they don't want to be humble, kind of thing. It definitely kills God's family structure. That's why God doesn't bless those with I guess, an unhealthy relationship. Um, it's called a Jezebel spirit that's running rampant in today's society. There we go, Rebecca. Let's focus on what the issue is and what because we can't get to a solution if we can't identify the problem. You know what I mean? Absolutely nothing wrong with a woman excelling. The problem is many use that ascendance as a reason to be defiant, combative, argumentative, and less than pliable to a man or men in general. And to me, you get what you pay for. You bought that. Here's your receipt. And I always say, like, I have no problem with someone saying, hey, I want to be a leader. But guess what? There's a lot that goes into being a leader. It's not just being able to bark off orders that people think that you see on TV. When those decisions fall to the wayside, are you going to be accountable? Or are you going to turn around, well, the man should have took lead. He shouldn't have let me do this. He was a weak man if he let me lead this situation. Nah. Keep that same energy about you wanting to be a leader. Handle your business. You know, don't whine, don't complain. Handle your business. Um, Depending on the man or situation, she could be justified or just straight out of order. Some think they're taking charge and just make a mess. And to that effect, I know plenty of men that have no business leading. Where I'm like, I feel sorry for that woman in those cases, specific cases, that the man is either financially incompetent and he's taking the family down with him. When obviously in that relationship, the woman is more financially sound, intelligent, and should take the reins financially. Not in all roles, but financially, she should take the reins. You know, and he should be humble enough in those situations is to see that to her. You know, delegate that to her. Um, I'm not saying it's not her fault. I heard far too many mothers teach their daughters these principles. It's the root cause of analysis. Root cause analysis. Until we get to the root, we will not fix the problem. You are looking at the result, not the cause. Um, yes and no. I mean, yeah, I do see. What the slavery has done to impact. Um, but like I said, and I know me and you differ on this, is that there are certain things that we got to get over. We can't sit there and say, well, yeah, I didn't get that Barbie doll or that Cobra Hammerhead when I was little. That's why I can't do nothing in life. No, that doesn't stop you from what you're doing right now. And too often than not, my first love abused me, so that's why I can never be in a functional relationship afterwards. That's weak garbage. Grow up, get over it, move on. You know what's right, you know what's wrong. Go to the right, don't go to the wrong. Really simple. But for some reason, when the woman does it, everyone wants to make an excuse for those bad decisions. Well, I wasn't hugged enough. Oh, Harriet Tubman got beat when she was a slave. What that got to do with you? He said, true, Jezebel did some stuff. True and correct. I'm not sure who that is. He says, Shahrazad Ali has spoken extensively on this topic, and hence all points is raw, unfiltered, and sisters need to hear it. Okay. Appreciate that. Now, some even think it's cute and being strong-willed. Absolutely. And that's getting to the core. That's the core. It's hilarious. It's funny to, be a spectacle. That loud woman on the Tyler Perry movie where she's just yelling at her man in public and just screaming, and, she's uncontrollable. Even the Tiffany Haddish garbage where everybody thinks that's funny to behave like she does, talking crazy to men. That type of thing. That ain't had nothing to do with darn slavery. That's just dysfunction. Period. He said some preachers support Jezebel's spirit, especially in their terrible wives. Yeah, what was that one pastor? The big one out there. I think it's South Carolina. Can't remember that guy's name. But basically he cheated on his wife. But he is up there, almost begging and pleading at his own expense. So I guess his wife don't divorce him and take half his millions. It's the spirit of Jezebel, and some women it's about power and control. Meanwhile, some stand in the spirit of Jezebel, refusing to submit to a man or their husband. They spiritually, mentally, and verbally and sexually castrate. Absolutely, you missed that one. You might have checked out the replay on when I talk about the castrated man. the man forcing him to submit while again they're refusing to be submissive as a woman or a wife. Yep. Because like I said, when they read Proverbs 31, they stop at the rubies. They don't read the rest of that. Because then you have to be accountable for that. Like, oh, we're just worth more than rubies. Okay, we're good. Yeah, some men lead like crap, but sure they have lots of kids now. But they sure have lots of kids somehow. Um, yeah, it don't magically happen. So a woman's got to be involved in it, but they're not gonna blame them for their contribution to it, for laying down and creating these children. They're gonna follow in these footsteps. We see this from childhood, how there's a double standard between boys and girls. Girls are taught to get, and boys are taught to give. Absolutely. But when a girl can't get what she wants, she'll get it herself or find someone who will, which is dysfunctional. You can't fix what you can't face. We have to educate these women and then give them tools to be successful. Healing is not as simple as you suggest. Healing is hard work, but it starts to recognize you have a problem. I agree. But saying that, well, to me, when you recognize the problem, you're not sugarcoating it. You're not trying to say it's okay. You're not trying to say it's not your fault. That's not recognizing the problem. But I agree with you. We do have to recognize it is a problem. Derek Thomas, Melvin Pierce was good. What about those who know better? Reality often mimics art. Those who refuse to hear will remain deaf, but y'all are still on the fruit, not the root. I'll be quiet now. I'm chilling, Derek. Appreciate you in here. He said current societal norms have been muddied over the years. The definitive role of a man has been being the breadwinner, spiritual leader, and face of the family has changed over the years. Not in my household. But anyway, there are far more opportunities for women to become educated and achieve their professional goals like never before in our country. Parents raise their daughters to have a mind of their own. I don't have a problem with that. Chase the desire so they don't have to depend on a man or male to be successful in their life. I agree with that as well. That should be taught to daughters. I also attribute some of it to males who have treated their women bad and left them to raise children on their own, thus becoming the breadwinner and leader of the household, which is why parents raise their daughters to be their own person with goals and aspirations not only be better the situation, but to also be role models for their kids and other women. I don't disagree with some of the things that should be done because this is not 1920. They can get a job, they can earn a living. I just don't agree with the whole almost kind of like you're saying, or let me ask you, are you saying that we should go back to when women can't work or, so they can know their role or something? Stay barefoot, pregnant, and in the kitchen? I'm not sure if that's what you were trying to say in that Tackleberry. You said you have seen that mistaught as well. What are some solutions? Great question. Before I get to the solution part, we got to stop for a brief message.
We knocking out all bums. Don't bring that weak shit in here.
4, 3, 2, kick it.
Yo, Chico.
Expose these clowns!
I will. Aishan, Tony, y'all came in just in time. Just played it. Uh-oh. What's up, grandparent? All right, man, don't be in trouble at work. You know what I'm saying? On your break, eat your cheese sandwich and get back to work. How can we as men and women be better for ourselves and each other? Great question. People as a whole don't fully understand what submission is or being the head means by and large. That too must be retaught. I agree. Absolutely. Because I have plenty of conversations with men that I'm like, you're missing it. You're missing it. That ain't leadership. I can show you better than I can tell you. And I don't just, talk out that side of my neck. I can show you my track record. Why I had to get on Tony when this Happy Mother's Day came by and they still dogging out men. Because I hope you saw what she said afterwards. Because you're like, hey, it's deep that what she said. No, she's a straight man hater. She was like, no, most men don't do nothing. Like, that's where she was going now. She's trying to disguise it over she's just trying to big up women and women are so wonderful. That's not what she was really trying to do. She was man hating. And I called her out on that. But she tricked you. That saying barefoot and pregnant is out of touch with life. You said you heard it. Cool, Tony. It said women in slavery era had made more respect for men. Yeah. He said, no, it's not. It's deeper. Many women are just doing what they're raised to do. I'm not making excuses, but I'm also not pointing fingers. Okay, so let me hear you say some excuses for the men then. Maybe I'm missing that, Patricia, because all I'm hearing is excuses for the women. I'm offering a hand in healing. Once they know, then they can choose. But many don't know because that's all they've been taught. Yeah, like I said, all I'm hearing is excuses. Maybe y'all hear something different. And can say it in a different way, but said they want to be male role because the female role straight sucks and they know it. It's absolutely not. Just the reverse. Women's desires to take on the role of men have been embedded into society, which to me is a good thing. I wouldn't want to see women go backwards. Okay, just wanted to clear that up. I hear you. My thing is, hey, if you want all the same things, you got to do all the same work. Don't pick and choose what you want to do while you pick and choose your benefits. They should go hand in hand. All right, do what you got to do, Walter. Be safe out there. This is my last break. Got you. So you didn't eat no cheese sandwich? What you get? Some Arizona iced tea and some Skittles. It is when your root of the problem is only applying to the women. You know what I'm saying? What is your root that will shield the men? Because like I said, what you're saying is a shield for the women. Well, it's because of slavery taught them this blah, 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 and that's why they're behaving this badly today. We're not talking about 1862. We're talking about today, 2020. He said, just to stir the pot, if a man came at you as a real man, then we would give them respect and benefits they want. Again, that's a shot. You know what I mean? Because there are women that'll make that statement, well, if he knew how to lead, or women naturally submit to real leaders. As if the only reason why they're not submitting is because every man that they're with has never been a real leader. You know what I mean? That's corny. And again, taking shots. But let me start firing off at the women. Hold on. It's slavery. It's something else. It's not really their fault. They don't really have wicked desires. They don't really have people gassing their head up like, you don't need no man. None of that stuff. It's just the effect of slavery, and they can't do any better about that part. DL, what's going on, sir? Welcome. We're talking about why do women desire the role of a man. There is no communication between men and women. Too much talk about ninjas and bees. We have been brainwashed into thinking less of ourselves, and we project that on each other to make ourselves feel better. Okay. I mean, that to me is taking shots at both of us, but I can see that. I said a society as a whole doesn't understand the head or being submissive. Okay. I got you, Patricia. He said, I know of a situation that the male wants to be the woman to submit. That the male wants a woman to submit, but lack of communication and understanding is muddled. Right, because when I start running into castrated men and their idea of leadership, who did they learn that from? Some other castrated man, or some hot-headed woman that mentally beat down her man, and so now the young men see that and go, "Oh, that's what I'm supposed to do," and it repeats itself. Um, he said those women try to usurp real male leaders. I thought you were just going to be listening, Walter. The yes and massive mentality goes across the board from women to men to blacks to whites. It's the American tragedy. Also, I said that it's not that it's the root of the problem. It can't be fixed until we get to the root. That's not giving them excuses. It's taking it away by educating them. Okay, let me bite that. How are you educating them? What is something that you're educating them with the fact that slavery is the root of the cause? So what is the solution to fixing that root? I would like to know that. You already know, Derek. There's too many of them. Too many of them. And typically, and this is not religious topic today, but typically when I run into a couple, a husband and wife in the church, the man is 90% docile. And the woman is 90% a hothead, very vocal, very gung-ho, highly spirited. And the guy's like, okay, hey, you want me to put your purse over here? They walking around with their wife's purse. They holding it like it's their bag. You know what I mean? What's going on, Luxurious? Because, of course, when I say that, not only do these corny castrated men get offended by it, they pretend like they don't understand what I'm talking about. So, I ain't going to call no names, but if you got offended by even saying castrated, you might be one yourself. He said, is there a solution that would change the mentality of a society? I think there's solutions. I don't think there is one solution. Yeah, but I mean, it's just too much, Rebecca. You said, but the opposites attracts. There's just too many. It's like, I wouldn't mind it if it was like 50-50. You know what I mean? Like, sometimes you see, an alpha male. Sometimes you don't. You know what I mean? But everyone, 90%. I want to call out the ones that I know that are not, but I can count them on one hand. But I can count hundreds. You know what I mean? And, parts of me is like, I do this men's fellowship, luncheon and whatnot, and I try to influence them into seeing certain things just a little bit differently. But at the same time, not trying to impose my will on them as well. So it's still, a comforting place or a welcoming place, for them to be, themselves. He said, I guess the old saying, happy life, happy wife, happy house, happy spouse. Yeah, I do the happy spouse, happy house. I don't believe in that happy wife, happy life crap. Great question. Do I think the churches are a factor in this matter? Absolutely. What part of the church is a factor? That is that's a bigger question. I don't, have a specific focal point. I think there's many factors in the church that feed into that. But yes, absolutely. They do factor in. Me personally, I show them how slavery has taught them incorrectly. I teach them and still learning myself the bad effects of miseducation. I try to give them an understanding of God's design. I teach them that it's okay to be vulnerable enough to trust their spouse. I teach them not to listen to their friends, but talk openly with their spouse. Okay. And what is their response when you say, stop listening to your friends and talk openly with your spouse? Because like I said, a lot of times, and even in this room, people are not saying, hey, woman, fix you. They're like, no, this man did something to you. We need to fix this man. So if you're talking about slavery and something that they need to do, all this stuff about what the man not stepping up and all that stuff shouldn't even come out your mouth. If that's what you're saying is the root of it, is the slavery. And not this men are naturally wicked from the beginning, from the jump. He said some men fear the absence of a woman is scary. You're talking about like the castrated man kind of crap. Yeah, I can see that. I mean, I've definitely talked to dudes that was like, they'd rather be with a crappy woman than sleep in an empty bed. I'd rather be in an empty bed. Promise you that. I like the second, which makes it balance. Absolutely, Rebecca. I agree, but we've heard that too many times. Yep. Speaking for myself, I'm not cut from that corporate castration. Hey, I mean, people say that because you know what? I can't stand. And yes, I'm going to speak on the biker community. I'm tired of brothers talking about they some alpha men when they really bait us. Because a lot of people do not know the definition of an alpha man. Well, I guess my definition is different from theirs. Because just having a loud mouth don't mean you an alpha man. Just because you like to argue don't mean you an alpha man. Just saying. And like Dudley just said, I'm cut from a different cloth. I don't do that castration. You know what I mean? Absolutely. Again, healing starts from within. Blaming others does not help. And that's the majority of people out there want to blame somebody else. What? It's not my fault. The weather did this to me, or the community did this to me, or I didn't have enough money to get some better clothes or something. Okay, so Melvin calls him that. I'm not calling him that, but he said, but you love yours. You love yours. He said, accountability is a must, period. Absolutely. And that needs to be said multiple times. Accountability. Don't know why it's so difficult for some to come to grips with. Am I missing something? What's going on, Dudley and Patricia? I think I'm missing something over here. I ain't gonna dig too deep into that, but yeah, she needs somebody in her corner, with them excuses she's over there shooting out. She's the sugarcoating queen over there. She gonna sugarcoat something. Where I'm like, nah, I'm on the other side. Accountability. What is that? A foreign language? Absolutely. That's not being taught in the homes as we were. Yeah, I've had a couple of conversations about that. That is definitely not being. Okay, gotcha. I'm trying to see the connection, and I didn't realize, he shortened up evang for evangelist. I'm like, what the heck is evang? Is that like a pet name or something? Yeah, okay. Just checking, Dudley. Just checking. I was like, I don't know, because I'm gonna get Patricia. Gotta keep her in check sometimes. So I look at it like this: some women want an alpha male but don't know their place as a female. Just your opinion. Elaborate on that, because that's the thing. Especially younger, you would see all these women chasing the fast cars, the gangster, the drug dealer, until they get slapped across the room. Then they're crime victims. Like, nah, you went after that. That dude didn't chase you. You were in there with the high heels and the skirts and this, that, and other. And now you got that dude and mad that he's acting the way he's been acting from jump. You know. Come on, son. Come on, son. I know you well enough. You even out of your own mouth. Stop playing. Don't see. Look, Dudley. Don't believe this. She's doing right here. She fronting because she in front of company. But yeah, she love to sugarcoat. Yeah, and especially for women, she sugarcoat. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, even out of her own mouth, she's like, "You need more. You need more cowbell." That's what she'll say. I said, "I need more cowbell to my. I'm a little too blunt, and I need some more, seasoning," as she would say. Don't say it so mean. And if this is true, Dudley is an awesome dude. Cause I need more people to tell these women the truth, the flat out truth, and tell women and Patricia, no, women when they're wrong. Period. I seen this meme, and I'm not saying I agree with it, because never disrespect this. That if a woman apologizes, if a woman says she's wrong, if a woman, it was like 4 or 5 things that you need to break up with her immediately because that's a man. A woman would never do that. I'm just saying. Some women's selection process is out of focus. They don't see the man. They see what they can get out of him. Absolutely. And think that's supposed to be what you're doing. Now, that's a lot of brainwashing as well. Don't know if it's directly from slavery, but it is definitely some brainwashing from old times. Yeah, tomato. I'm talking about some I don't sugarcoat. I season with salt. Big difference. First off, salt is salty. Yours is not salty. Maybe some kettle corn seasoning where it still got some brown sugar in that bad boy or something. You know what I'm saying? It ain't no iodized salt or sea salt or pink salt. Some women want a man to take charge, pay bills, but still think they're equal opinion only. Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, I agree. I'm not getting none of that on that note. I stick to the top of the head. You stay in your lane. Gotcha. Yep. You say they can't handle the truth. Um, Dudley tells anyone, but he is very seasoned. I listen to him because I trust him and I know for a fact that he has my best interest at heart. Gotcha. I'm all about the truth. So if that's what you are representing, you have no argument from me. Um, yeah, I mean, what can you do for them is what they fall in love with, you know. And falling in love is, to me, um, a myth. It's something made up because people forever, like Patricia said earlier, accountability is a must. But if you fall in love, you're not really accountable for your actions because you fell in love or you're in love. You know, it's something you just can't control. It's a feeling that is just it just takes over. You know. Um, he said, "I'm going to speak truth. I'm not on for favors or like I live in God's truth." Got you. I might have seen you on one of her lives where you preached or something. That's why your name may be familiar, I think, to me. Um, I see it's pick on Pat night, but I'm good. I know me. Salt has to be in the right amount. Too much renders the food useless. Got you. You know, it's not pick on you. Just you already know. Um, all opinions are welcome. Just know that they will be challenged. I expect my opinions to be challenged. Just like ain't no, we knocking out old bums. We taking on everybody. Ain't nobody exempt. You know, you know better. Um, yeah, he said just a little hard love. Don't sugarcoat it. Let her get the full force. I mean, um, This ain't Candyland. This ain't MTV. You know, Kiss Behind show. This is the Freddy Chico show, and you could check my track record. You know, Jackson, what's going on, sir? Appreciate you in there. D Smalls. Oh, there he is. I didn't even see you come in. D Smalls, what's good? That's what Melvin was talking about. What's up? I was like, who he saying, yo, what's up to? They want a dominant control because they have a low self-esteem and no confidence. It says someone take a quiet man as weak, but don't sell him short because he will respond in a way that is not healthy. Absolutely, Rebecca. And then now they want to cry to the hills. You know what I mean? Not smart. Okay, cool, Dudley. So I think I've seen you before, or I'm familiar with you a little bit. Domestic power and control for leadership. Absolutely. Melvin's not, but it's cool. I'm strong, self-confident. I know who I am in God. Good job. Good job. Appreciate you. Better late than never. We're about to close out. I don't think I have a Friday topic yet. We finished Racism Exposed, I believe, or do we want to do a part 3 to Racism Exposed on Friday? I'm still debating on what I want to do for the Friday topic. Oh, yeah, that's right. We are doing Racism Exposed part 3. Okay, that's what I thought, Patricia. Thank you. Because that's I think it's Sean Reed's situation. That's kind of sketchy. It's kind of sketchy. But I'm going to wait. I'm going to save it till then. So I appreciate everybody who was here. Appreciate that contributed. Understand we will start having a new members only page or a section that will have exclusive content and exclusive access to things that everyone else will not. Good night, Rebecca. See you. Remember, you're never too big to learn. You're never too small to teach. You know, and everybody can get it. I don't care, big, tall, skinny, fat, young, old. I'm coming for everybody. You know, and we knocking out all bums. Understand, this is not a fad. This is not a for shock value or anything. This is me. People who know me. This is not. I'm not no internet gangster. I'm not, saying one thing on here and I'm castrated once I leave, the internet, the World Wide Web, as old people say. But we are. You don't have to think like me. You don't have to agree with me. We can always agree to disagree. You feel I try to be as respectful as possible, but if you feel I'm disrespectful, I will address that. And if I agree that I'm disrespectful, then I will apologize. I have no problem apologizing. We got a school with middies. I ain't got no dang middies. Yeah. So I may do the part 3 because somebody had made a request to discuss the Sean Reed situation on top of the Ahmaud Arbery situation. And there's a female that one is pretty bad too. She got shot on the ground like multiple times. So that is crazy. But remember, you don't have to think like me, but you do have to think. We don't have no dummies on this show. When they see me challenging people, not I hate you, and I don't think you're the worst person in the world, just don't agree with you. You still cool, still love you, but I'm going to challenge you. And if I hear something that sound kind of whack, I'm going to let you know. It sound kind of whack. And I'll be like, oh, that's great. Man, that person is whack as I don't know what. Nah, we're not doing that over here. And I expect the same. Don't just agree with me because it's my show. If you have a problem with what I said, let me know. I ain't scared of none of y'all. Let that be known. But anyways, we out of here Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I will see y'all guys on Friday, if not sooner, on for my members with the exclusive content, because I will be doing videos for them as well. For those who register on my website, please do that and support the shop. I'm calling you out. The Patricias, the Tonys, the Jacksons, the Melvins, the Dudley for the first time, the Derricks, the Rebeccas. Come on, I see y'all. I appreciate y'all's support. All right? Well, I'll see y'all on Friday, 8 p.m. Chico out.
We knocking out all bums. Don't bring that weak shit in here.
4, 3, 2, kick it.
Yo, Chico.
Expose these